Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Deirdre is back because she has a bonus session that she wants to teach us today. And she asked me if she could come back on and just share some more nuggets with you guys. So, Deirdre, the floor is yours.
Okay, so this is a really quick, simple tip, Ethan, that your viewers and listeners can use right away. One of the biggest mistakes that most presenters make is they actually end their presentation on Q&A. Now, people are shocked when I say don't ever, 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 ever end on Q&A. And here's why. And they're shocked because it's something that most people do, right? I mean, 99% of speakers you're going to see end on Q&A. But if you end on Q&A, you are likely going to experience what I call the foosh factor. And the foosh factor, you've experienced this before, right? You're listening to a speaker, they've given a great presentation, and then you get to the end and they go, okay, who has questions? And Ethan, at that moment, whoosh, goes all the energy out of the room, right? Because invariably, some guy raises his hand who knows more than you or likes to hear themselves talk, or some woman raises her hand with just like a very personal, kind of rambling, convoluted situation. And now you're sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, get me out of here, right? I have no interest in them. And
Right.
at this point, Ethan, the audience is annoyed with whom? The speaker, you. They're annoyed with you. And all of that great work that you just did is whoosh, it's gone, it's out of the room, and they leave thinking about their annoyance.
Mm.
So, what you want to do instead is when you close, you want to close with impact. That means you want to close on a high. You want to close so your words are ringing in your audience's ears. So, some great closing strategies are a powerful quote, a question, a short story, or an analogy. Those are great ways to tie everything up. And then you might be thinking, well, where do I put the Q&A? So first of all, you don't have to have Q&A, but if you decide you want Q&A, I actually love Q&A. If you want Q&A, let me give you a couple of strategies. The first is you could put the Q&A after each point before you move to the next point. So let's say you have 3 points in your presentation, put the Q&A at the end of each point and the Q&A will reference just that point.
Great. Yeah.
Okay. The other option is you have a dedicated Q&A time towards the end of your session, not at the end of your session. Okay. So let's say you're delivering a presentation and you're delivering it and you also want to generate leads. So you're offering some sort of digital gift or some sort of appointment or an assessment with you. You would finish your last piece of content, then you'd have your dedicated Q&A session, and then you would make your offer, and then you would have your quick closing with impact. And the reason why you want the Q&A session after the content before your offer is you don't want there to be much between your offer and the end of the presentation, Ethan. Like you really want that offer to be the thing that they're really excited and listening to. And Q&A, if you do the Q&A after, that can sometimes diminish the offer, get in the way and have people forget what you offered.
Right.
Yeah. So close with impact, never end the next presentation you give or any other presentation with Q&A.
Got it. That's golden. Great, great advice. So you wanted to give us, maybe you can give us a quick rundown of everything you're going to cover. I mean, you've already shared so much with us, but I know it's just a tiny fraction of what you're going to cover in your session. So what can we expect?
Yeah, I'd love to give you just some of the highlights. First, you're going to learn the mindset you must cultivate to own the room every single time you speak. Then you're going to discover why the first words out of your mouth will make or break your message and your impact. You'll then get my exact method. And this is what we're going to spend a lot of time workshopping. My exact method for creating content that will captivate your audience from the very first words so that people are locked and loaded on you and not looking at their phones, Ethan, when you present. And this is going to work for stages in person. It's going to work for webinars, videos, even written content. And then finally, you're going to learn how to deliver this strategy so you look and feel confident while achieving maximum audience impact in the most important scenarios that you will likely be speaking in. So the session's going to be fun, it's going to be engaging, it's going to be practical. And the bottom line is every time you speak, you audition for leadership. So if you're ready to start mastering the most powerful tool, which is public speaking for growth and influence, I will see you there.
Love it. Perfect way to end. You didn't end on Q&A. So you drink your own medicine.
Never.
I love it, Deidre. We are super excited. Thank you for coming on and giving us
Thanks.
a bonus session. You're already delivering so much value, so I can only imagine the impact that you're going to give us at Nerve
Awesome. I'm
2025.
excited.